Trucking Association says 98% of truckers have a hard time finding a safe parking spot. Trucker Michael Lombard has no choice but to network with other truckers to find a safe place to park.
Learning from experience. Now that's
Howdy-ho, trucking champs. Yes, parking is a problem. We're talking about that today on the show. Plus, some tips and strategies that may help you in the event you need to find some parking spots or just make your life easier. Deviator starting out from Mobile, Alabama with a breakdown issue and more coming your way. Let's get into this. Believe it or not, I made it to Robertsdale, Alabama. There's a truck stop out here called the Oasis Travel Marts in TA, right here in the parking lot. No, I'm not making the mistake of getting them to try hooking up to my truck. It's a waste of time. What I've decided is that today's mission is finding someone that can fix this truck. I've got a good idea on a Cummins certified repair technician close by. The only unanswered question is, how many days will it take? Because I don't know how backed up he is. And the most important question, how much it's going to cost. Either way, I can't run a truck that regens every 200 miles. We are on a mission now to figure out what's wrong with this truck. Let's hope it's done soon. Good day, trucking champs. Apparently everybody else in the country is having a better day than me. Trucking's a dream. Just outside of Mobile, Alabama right at the moment. I'm headed over to Fleet Pride, which is one of the local Cummins authorized dealerships. If you've been following my last couple of videos, you know about the problems I've been having. So I'm going to get a solution to those problems today. Stick with me and find out what's wrong with this and take that information with you so that you can avoid the pitfalls of DPF issues if you run into them. Also plan on chatting about a couple of, well, not a couple, maybe one or two comments and questions that I've seen land on both my Facebook and my YouTube channel that I feel need to be addressed. Before the end of the video, I'm going to touch on a sensitive topic. We as drivers have enough going against us. What makes things even more difficult is where we put our trucks when we're done. I'm going to cover a news topic and my opinion on parking in this country. Stick around, it's going to be a hell of a discussion today. I hope you learned something from it. If you do, like and subscribe. Let's get to it. When it comes to creating videos on YouTube, you gotta have a rubber disposition. A couple of comments that I've seen come in have to do with a pretty fence line issue when it comes to YouTube and trucking. What line do you cross to be safe while doing it, but at the same time bring you engaging content that you're willing to watch? Rolling on screen at the same time we're talking is exactly what my setup is. I have on my dashboard two places where these phones sit at any normal given time. There are magnet mounts fixed to the dashboard. A permanently mounted window mount right there at the top of my windshield. That gives you one of the perspectives you see when I'm talking to you. Then you see the tripod, which is housing the camera I'm talking to you on now. At no time am I operating a cell phone going down the road. I have this little thing right here, which turns on and off that camera. It's also hooked Bluetooth to the other phone. So there is no texting while driving. There is no distraction. There is no bullshit. Okay? comments about this too today. I don't comment on your cheeseburgers, your midnight treats to the ice cream shop. I don't pick on the meat and potatoes of a person's personality. I look at their message, and that's what I hope you do. Okay, if you want to be a troll, there's thousands of channels out there. Go troll them. You're not trolling me. If all you want to do is comment about my smoking and whether or not I'm safe driving, bye. Your comments probably will sit there for a little while, but for the most part, they're going to be ignored. Like I said, I've got a rubber disposition. I'm not offended by any of it. I just think that there's better things to do, and I've got better time expended talking to the people that actually enjoy the content I put up and actually learn something from it. So if that's what you want, go ahead and like this video, become a subscriber, and I'll keep delivering it to you, because boy, I'll tell you what, you trolls ain't chasing me away. Alrighty, we are here at Fleet Pride. Authorized Cummings technicians. Funny. Looks like somebody turned the corner too sharp. So we're going to go inside here and check in and see how long it's going to take them to fix this truck. Considering it's already noontime, I doubt it's going to happen today. But, hey, sorry, I do YouTube videos, I don't do mornings. Yeah, so the entire reason for creating the channel to begin with was so that I could get feedback. I could not only inform, but I could also get feedback from the people that watch my videos. So yeah, a rubber disposition is an almost necessary thing in this business today. I have no problem with commentary. What I do have a problem with is trolls. What I don't like is when people get onto anyone's site and start just arbitrarily picking at crap that has absolutely nothing to do with the content. You know, when you get on somebody's site about baking and you talk about world politics, you're probably going to get blocked and banned from that site. You know, because politics has nothing to do with cupcakes, honestly. And I'm sorry, but if you're one of those people, you'll find that you're blocked. I'm not tolerating that kind of mess. If you want to engage with me as a viewer of my content, I welcome it. But if you start getting disrespectful and you start crossing lines, I'm cutting you off. I'm moving on, because you know what? Life's too short. I'm not going to sweat over stuff like that. So as it turns out, this place has got trucks in their shop already. So it looks like we're here for the night. Sometimes you get a vacation, sometimes you don't. Shit happens in this business. However, that being said, I'm gonna get me a room, do what I gotta do. This bitch is getting fixed. I'm getting sick of dealing with this. I'm here to make money, not deal with these headaches. So in the meantime, I guess that leaves us plenty of time to talk about bigger and better issues. Let's talk about truck parking.
The American Trucking Association says 98% of truckers have a hard time finding a safe parking spot. You can see here, this Longwood truck stop is already full, but these guys here, well, they're the lucky ones.
Capitol Hill has gotten involved in the parking issue as of late, with funding over the next 4 years. It does little to alleviate the problem. The ATA says there are 40,000 truck parking spots needed right now.
Trucker Michael Lombard has no choice but to network with other truckers to find a safe place to park.
What do you do when your shift is up, your hours are out, you need to find a place to park. Classic question all truckers ask. What's making that even worse is the fact that now a lot of local municipalities and private businesses are starting to clamp down. Used to be you could park at grocery stores and retail outlets. Although the corporation hasn't taken a position, some Walmarts have caved to the pressure. Now towing companies are making money off that. But in lockstep with other Walmarts, it's becoming increasingly difficult to park in their parking lots. You know, the more drivers move around the country and they treat the profession and the people that they work for and around like total garbage, this is the outcome, okay? And this is what I want to change. So I bring all this up because I figured in my 10 years on the road, I figured out a system that basically keeps me out of trouble. My system may not work for you because you might have a different work schedule or maybe a different work ethic. So comment below, let me know, let others know what you do to make sure that you stay out of trouble when it comes to parking your rig for your 10-hour break. First thing I always consider when it comes to parking is timing. Timing is everything. Now, if you're the typical, 9 to 5 type person, you wake up at 9 in the morning, you shut down at 5 at night, whatever, you're probably going to find yourself having a rough time. Most truck stops fill up between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. So if you happen to shut down at 5, you're probably going to have a very hard time. Me, I time my trips so that I'm pulling into a truck stop when those spots are opening up. Consequently, that means I'm driving through the night. But that works for me because I'm a late sleeper anyway. Item number 2 on the agenda is having flexibility. You're not always going to have the same kind of load. You're not always going to have the same kind of situation. You may get to a distributor and they may have parking. You might not have to worry about it. You may plan to be somewhere at 8 o'clock at night, but when they unload you, it takes them until 2 in the morning. Flexibility is a must. So as a rule, when things get complicated, I try looking at customer locations as a means. Hey, can I park here? And I kind of check those avenues out before I even make my plan or figure out what time I'm driving. While I'm out on the road, a lot of times, I'll communicate with other drivers. And I don't mean Landstar drivers, I mean other drivers, One of the biggest assets that you as a truck driver can possibly ever purchase, besides your truck, is a CB radio. It will save you time, it will lessen your frustration, and it will make your job so much easier. Using the technology that you have right in front of you, Google Maps, Trucker Tools, there's hundreds of apps out there that are designed just for that purpose. Take advantage of it, because with those tools you can actually see the amount of spaces, you see what the peak times are, and you can see the places to avoid by the bad reviews in some of those apps. One of the things I'm famous for saying is have a backup plan. Because every time you plan on going somewhere, you plan on getting there a certain time, you never know between the time you make the plan and the time you get where you're going, 15 things could happen. So having a backup plan allows you to answer that what if. You never know, you get where you're going and the place be overrun by trucks. You can't park on ramps. Now people do, mind you, but if you work for Landstar, you won't be caught doing that, because you'll make somebody $50 and you'll wind up getting your ass canned. So sit and duck, look into it. Plan ahead. Look at the miles you're going to travel. Look at where you're going. Planning ahead gives you a chance to save yourself a headache before it happens. If you got anything out of this, give me a like. Trucking videos with good information and inspiration behind it is something you're looking for. Become a subscriber. The schedule I depend on is twice a week, but I've been known to do more. I'm putting out these videos for one reason. I want to turn the image of the trucking industry upside down. Everybody thinks it's a waste. I don't. Been doing it for 10 years. I love it. I want to make room for the next attitude like Donald Trump and make trucking great again. Planning for a stress-free career in trucking isn't easy. So if you're looking for a veteran's opinion, check this video out right here. There's some good tips and information on planning. Remember, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. When you do, that's trucking.